Hey, what's up? My name is MOTi, and Slam asked me to compete to do the Slam Studio Challenge. The goal is to make a track in 1 hour maximum. So that's what we're gonna do today. I chose to do a remix. The remix I'm going to do is for Major Lazer Run Up. So yeah, well, let's get started. As you can see, I work in Logic. I've been working in Logic for the last 5 years. I like it a lot. It's my favorite sequencer to work with. So I've got the acapella of Run Up right here. When I start on a track or a remix, I always run it through what's the name of it? Mixed in key. So I know which key it's in and what tempo it is. You know, you can find it out yourself, but it takes too much time to do it by yourself. So this makes it a lot easier. Okay.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl.
Okay. So I think the track starts in, let me double check here, 12A. 12A is, tutorial 12A is D flat minor. I don't like working in D flat, so I pitch it down 1, so it's in C minor because it's a lot easier for me to work in, because I'm not that good on the keys, but in C I'm okay. So now it sounds like
this. They thought that you was a shy girl until
most of the times I sample my own kick drums out of other tracks, or I use a lot of the same samples. You collect them over time, and yeah, well, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you pushed me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something.
Okay, claps now.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl.
So basically what I'm doing right now is just making the beats, so we have something, so we have a grid to work on. Like I said before, I use a lot of the same beats in my track, so for now, for the simple part, I just used, yeah, like beats I've used before. Like my whole computer is a mess, so I only use Finder to find stuff. So if I want to use a clap, I just search for clap, and I go to the claps that are on here. So I hope nothing strange is going to pop up, and otherwise you have some fun TV. So I just put a little delay on the last clap for that part to make it, yeah, I don't know, more funky or something.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to be.
Oh, what did I? Okay. Oh, almost typed it right. Okay, so now there's a basic beat here. Yeah, I know we need some melodies or something. So what I most of the times do, I start with just looking through my samples to find some ideas for myself, or sometimes it works out good. Sometimes I just switch everything up, or I when I use a guitar riff, I first sample it, then I asked one of the session artists I work with to play it again for me, to record it or whatever. So but basically I'm always using my Finder and just go through the Finder and find whatever whatever I can find. Okay. That's not a C. What is it? Oh. No, like this. Okay. Let me just first get the keys right. Piano. Okay.
Till I cut you like you. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't got. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. That you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to be my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things like getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things like getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did.
I'm not sure about the chords yet, but whatever.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cut you like you did something.
Yeah, so I just recorded the piano. Basically, I just want to set a mood for the track, so which direction I'm going. I'm not like most of the times I don't use the chords I played the first time, but I just want to start building the track, especially because we only got 1 hour. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. When I work on all MIDI patterns, I always make sure like every note is on yeah, the same length and has the same velocity. You know, it depends on the track, kind of the track you're making, because if you want a really emotional piano, you know, it doesn't matter if some notes are longer or some notes the velocity is different. But you know, basically, to how I work best is just doing it like this.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl. Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl. Until I.
Is this right? No, it's not.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl. Until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy. Till I cut you like a big something. You.
Okay. Make this shorter. Make this one shorter.
They thought that you was a shy girl. Until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy. Till I cut you like a big something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things like getting sticky, girl, I think that I'm. Yeah, they thought that you.
Okay, well, this is pretty okay as a start. So now I'm gonna find some more instruments to go with it. I like that. Yeah, no. Limiter. So I've got my pre-master right here, which I'm not gonna show you. But this is basically my final strip I use for my pre-master. I always render the track without the limiter. I'm just adding the limiter now to make sure the volume is the same as the volume I use in the Finer to go through my samples. But normally when I finish a track, I take off the final limiter, then I export it like this, or I render it like this, and then I open a new project, and in the new project I do the final mastering. Okay, let's listen for a guitar. I like that sample. So as you can see, I work a lot with samples. I think this is kind of a full sample, but I like some sounds in it, so I just start EQing it and we'll see how it ends up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just need to try a lot. So yeah, well, if you don't know how equalizer works, it's just it cuts out frequencies. So I'm just cutting out all the frequencies I don't want to hear in the sound. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. delay, putting on the delay to make the sound more, it doesn't stop at, you know, when the sample stops, so you don't want it to stop when the sample stops, so the delay makes it, keeps it going. It's kind of an echo thing. When you use samples that have like time-coded things, when you load them into the into Logic, it changes the key. So sometimes you just have to find out which key it was again. So that's what I'm trying to do with the transpose. Yeah. View, zoom. Okay, so when I use guitar samples, there's a lot of swing in the guitar, so I always make sure it's like super tight on the grid, because you know it makes a big difference in the end when you're mixing your tracks. You know, if it's tight on the grid, you can get it, can get the mix way better. So let's continue on working on the guitar. I found the right key. Not for that part, but for the first part, yes. And now I'm going to cut it to the grid, so it's easier to mix it afterwards. You know, I'm still going to do this, but like normally, or you know, the challenge is to make a track in 1 hour. So like I could have skipped this, but it's better. You know, the result is better in the end. So as you can see, like where you know you see this like the first part of the guitar. Or how do you say that, like when you touch it. I cut it off there and I put it on the grid. There's probably an easier way to do this. I'm not sure which way it is, but this is how I work. So if you have an idea how to do this easier, please let me know, because you would save me like a shitload of time. Oh, and I think what I forgot to say is, this was the original loop. So I rendered it to new audio because this audio is the time coded audio which stretches automatically. So I made it to a file that is not automatically stretching. So it's easier for me when I'm finished with putting all the notes on the grid to stretch them in the right length, so it doesn't has any clicks or whatsoever. But I'll show you in a bit when I'm done with this. Okay, so I think these were all of them, but when you play it now, you hear a lot of clicks in it. So what I do to get rid of the clicks is I time stretch it. So like the ending of the audio file I cut up and the beginning, they say that they sync together instead of you having an open space in between, which makes the clicks because you just cut off the audio and it doesn't sound good. So as you can hear, there's now a lot less clicks in it. To make sure like you get rid of all of them, I always put a little bit of a fade in, fade out in it. So, oh fuck, what did I do? Okay, so. Maybe put this here. Well, EQing is the most important part of, I think, of building your track. So every single sound, every sound you have to EQ. Let's see how this works out. Well, it's a lot of basic things I'm doing right now. It's like for every sound you do the EQing, then you put the reverb on it, delay if necessary, sidechain it. For sidechaining I use the Nicky Romero one, Kickstart. It's just, yeah, those are the essential things if you want to get your mix in the end right. Let's go for this one. I use this one a lot. Okay, so what do we have so far?
They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl. I think that I'm. Yeah. They thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl. I think that I'm. Yeah.
So now we have the basic elements here. I think I'm going to do the bass line right now, and maybe we'll delete the piano chords later, but let's find out. As you can hear in this track, it's a lot different than the big room EDM tracks I've been doing lately. Like my new single is kind of in this style, so I'm trying to switch up things a little bit. So I'm doing I'm still doing the big EDM things, but at the same time I'm trying to make more like funky disco kind of tracks because I like it, and it's super relaxed to create in the studio. And a good bass fits with that. So let's see.
Yeah, they thought that.
Okay, so it doesn't always work out when I play it because I'm not such a good pianist, but I'm good in editing it in the piano roll, so that's what we're doing right now. I always select the chords I'm working on and the bass at the same time. If it doesn't fit on the screen, like they layer on top on each other, so you can see it right. I just change it, throw it down a few keys just to see in which note I have to work. So I think it's important to if for all the layers you use, make sure like they have the same length. Velocity doesn't really matter with this, but I think it's important to have them to have the same length. If they have the same length, it sounds better. Otherwise, your mix is gonna sound sloppy. Because if your piano chords stop, at a different point than your bass stops, it sounds weird. Yeah, right. I'll put it back up because I only did this so I could, like, they don't layer over each other, but it's way too low, so. So I just put this note here just to give it an extra feel or something. Like when I work on the bass line, you know, I just keep drawing. It mostly takes a lot of time to do this, but to get the feel right. I think I'm gonna put some pitch bend on here because, you know, it makes it extra, gives it something extra to it. Pitch bend in this basic bass plugin from Logic is not that strong, or I don't know how to adjust it so it's stronger, so or it's, yeah, it covers more semitones. So then I just use effect tricks just to make a pitch stop or something. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what was final piece of it? Dun. Computer is getting slow.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you push me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Things are getting sticky, girl. I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong, and I know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not hit that. Your loving is just too. And every time you hit my phone, you say me come for me. I'ma run up on you. I'ma run up on you. I'ma run up on you.
So we had the first part now. Now I have to build, I think I'm going to build a bridge and then a drop part or something. Yeah, we don't have much time left, so let's see how far we get.
I'll admit I'm wrong, and I know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not hit that. Your loving is just too.
I didn't sidechain anything yet except for the bass. I'm sidechaining it now real quick. This is why I use the Nicky Romero plugin, because it's just easy and it's always right. Still think the drums are kind of slow, so let's find some hi-hats. So you can also use a drum computer to do your hi-hats. I prefer to just use the audio files and just place them into the sequencer directly. I don't know why, I just work like this. This one I don't like, but maybe make it shorter. If you want some swing in it, just don't place it directly on the grid, just So it gets swing. So for the bridge I always change up the chords. I'm not sure how I'm going to change it up, but let's find out.
I'm a runner boy. Every time you hit my phone, you see me go boy. Oh, I'm a runner boy. I'm a runner boy. Look, I'll admit I'm wrong, man. Know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not yeah, your loving is just too. And every time you hit my phone.
So I only use the piano to set the chords. Afterwards I mostly change it to synths. So I'm just gonna see what kind of synths I still have here in my presets. I like this one a lot. Not sure how this is going to sound. Okay, maybe I should use this chords for the bridge, I'm not sure. I'm a runner boy. 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 Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking about switching up the whole part is made for the first verse. Maybe it fits better for the bridge, so I'm trying to find some new chords for the first verse. Yeah, so I always turn on this knob, I'm not sure what it is, but this makes sure there's no latency between the keyboard, or for the keyboard. So I can play it better. I'm a runner. Look, I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Never gonna not yeah, your loving is just too. And every time you hit my phone, you say me come on. Oh, I'm a runner boy. I'm a runner boy. Look, I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Never gonna not yeah, your loving is just too. like that bass line. So flatten. So as you can see, we're already switching up the whole track now, but you know, that's how it works. I just try to make as much melodies as I can, and then you just change it wherever you want to. So I always draw it in the, you know, in this bass from Logic, like, but for the last track or my new single, I first draw it like this. Afterwards, I get a live musician to play it on a real slap bass, because then it sounds so much better. But you know, you have to make the first drawing like this, so you actually have an ID you can give to the session musician to play it for you. No, I wish I could play it myself, but I'm not a bassist, so I can't. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have much time left, so I'm going to make this quick and do a little bit less of explaining, but yeah, I just want to make the challenge.
Look, I'll admit I'm a renegade boy. 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 I'm a renegade boy.
So, because I want to filter out all the synthesizers or instruments I'm using in this bridge, I put it on one bus, so it's easier to like filter it out all at the same time.
I'm a renegade boy. I'm a renegade boy. I'm a renegade boy. I'm a renegade boy.
So I make a little knot here, so it's yeah, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it sounds a little bit different.
I'm a renegade boy. 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 Girl, you used to being quiet till I brought that loud. You say your dollars is a.
Okay, so here's some things I like in here.
I'm a.
Those are the things.
Up on you.
Where is it?
Up on you. Up on you. I'm a runner 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 up on you.
Okay, maybe use that for the second part of the drop. Hoe?
5 minuten.
Ah.
Up on you. I'm a runner 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 up on you.
Knowing you were very close, our guns are low.
So I'm looking for a vocal sample now to sample and just to see if we can make a lead out of that. But I think the computer is having a hard time again, so let's see.
Baby, 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 if your heart is true, baby, if your heart.
I'ma run up on it. 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 I'ma run up on it.
Do. Okay, so I think we're in the final minute now, so I'm just going to check now if I want this drop to be the same as the bridge or I want this to be as the first part. So this.
I'ma run up on it. I'ma run up on it. I'ma run up on it.
So that's the final part, or it's this. Let me see. I think I like that better. System overload, sniffing it. Drum fill. Steen. Nee. Where is it? Is this something? Yes, usable. No, this is this one.
I'ma run up on it. Just two words to me.
Okay, so I think that's it. I hope I completed the challenge well. We have one drop, we have a verse, we have a bridge, and we have a drop. So that's basically it. So let's listen to the final part now, or the final result of the track. We only had 1 hour, so it was short, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you pushed me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it. You ain't gotta wait for me to give you my love. You ain't gotta wait for it. Feels like eating sticky, girl. I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Never gonna not hit that. Your loving is just too. And every time you hit my phone, then you say you need company. I'ma run up on it. I'ma run up on it. I'ma run up on it. I'ma run up. I'm a winner.
So I think it's pretty okay. Like I said before, we only have 1 hour, but you know, it's mixing wise it needs some work, but it's pretty good. I'm happy with the result. Thank you so much, Slam, and everyone for watching. Hope to see you next time. My name is MOTi. Take care.